president. Same ditto for the interest of the governor. So the governor says, I don't like Mr. I think Mbo or whatever his name, remove him for me. If we're doing that, then the only person that will be commissioner of police in any state is the person who will do the bidding of the state governor. Even when that is unconstitutional, even when that is criminal, remember, he has immunity. And you, the police commissioner, don't have immunity.
From what we can see, I mean, the visuals that we saw 2 days ago, we saw them yesterday, we can see that there is already some division amongst the police. The commissioner for police also spoke in one of the reports that we have, and he was saying something about receiving a letter from the Speaker of the House.
Leader.
No, from the Speaker, Mr. Macri. And he said that he did not act on that because he felt that there was already a detachment of police people attached to the House, and there's also a police station right opposite them. Do you think that he should have taken any other decision?
You know, he is on ground. He has information you and I don't have. He's told you, I have my men there. My men, or the leader of my men, could easily come and say, sir, we are overwhelmed. We need reinforcement. And he would have taken... So they are reporting to him, he knows what's going on. That's why he decided to... He knows some politics is also taking place, and he doesn't want to get involved. I'm assuming he doesn't want to get involved in the politics of River State. That he's just there to do his duty without caring whose ox is God. River State is a rich state. The police commissioner will become stupendously wealthy. All you have to do is pander to whatever they go to the whims and caprices of the governor. If he says jump, you jump. Someone enters your account. Sit, you sit. Someone enters your account. So for somebody to say, I am not going to do that. I have a job to do here. I think rather than condemn that man, we should commend him.
But the House of Reps thinks differently.
The House of Reps in Abuja. Wow. The House of Reps were in Abuja. And yes, eventually they said, because the resolution is binding on all of them. The House of Reps.
The Senate also deliberated on it.
I know. But some members of the House of Reps we also watched saying, this is not the true position. That the man could actually be neutral. And his neutrality is what is offensive to some people. Some people find it offensive. We want you on our side. I'd rather be on our side, you're neutral. So come and remove this man for me. I don't want him here. So yeah, the Senate deliberated on it too. And what did they say? Did they say the man should be removed? They said, IG should investigate. Whatever you say about the National Assembly, like I said, you have a lot of dishonorable people there. The Senate usually is more mature because of age, experience. So the House is peopled by young men and young ladies most of the time. So they are, as we say in a local parlance, their blood is boiling. But the older men and women will take a deeper look into something and determine, look, if we do this, or if we react this way, what will the consequences be? Will the consequences now be worse than even what we're trying to cure? So they looked at it and said, look, you know what? IG, please investigate this thing thoroughly. And the IG now says, I'm investigating it. I think a DIG operation or something is even investigating. I will report to me. You see, most times, particularly in Nigeria and the political scene, what you are seeing, there are several shades you are looking through to see what they're seeing. When they remove all those shades, the real thing you will see, you will marvel at it, you will be shocked. But because of availability, assuming I have something to say against somebody now, this is for him to say, before you shut me down, at least I would have said it. So that's what happens. Some people are very loud. So you're hearing their voices. Let me even take some other. There are some governors who are performing. You don't hear their voices. They don't talk. But when they get to the state, you'll be shocked. It means such development is taking place here. But there are some who are so noisy, because nothing is happening in their state except that noise. So in politics in Nigeria, some people just shout, make noise. And you think, this man they're killing him, he's dead. Maybe he's even the person who is in, he will slap and start shouting. He will slap and start, just like we saw the man in white, who practically killed somebody. And now he's shouting that they battered him. And I think I understand English language a bit. So if I was battered, for instance, I wouldn't have been here today. So how could I be battered and I have the energy and the presence of mind to now go to try to annihilate another person? I must be superhuman.
You know, this raises a lot of concern about politics, just as we talked about in Nigeria here. Because the thing is, just as a lot of people will just watch, see what they see on TV and make up their minds. And just as you said also, those two chaps who pointed out that this is not the true feeling. But it's a democracy. We have 18 people who voted and 2 and the minority. So whatever the views those two have, it doesn't make any meaning anymore because 18 have gone against 2.
Good. But fortunately, House of Reps is not National Assembly. And the law doesn't say House of Reps will take over the lawmaking functions of any state House of Assembly. It says National Assembly.
Why do you think they're being so hasty? Sorry to interrupt that.
I mean, the House of Reps.
And if you agree that they're hasty, why do you think that they're being so hasty?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm being honest with you. I don't know why. But as usual, if you look deep into it, you see his personal interest.
S.J. Onu, who is a legal practitioner, from his bio on Twitter here says, with respect to you, ignoring the 5 will be dangerous. The opposition PDP were once ignored, and now see which center recognizes, or see which center is recognized. So he's a lawyer. He knows what the law says about procedures for removing the speaker, but he still has his view.
Which is entitled to. But I've just told you, if the 27 people, let's even assume there are 5 refused to come, walked into the chambers today or yesterday, and continue with their deliberation. I just said something here now. Suppose he and I said, Mr. the MD, the chairman of channels, is sacked. Or you even say, I'm not staff, you say it. Does that remove Mr. John Momo as chairman of this place? What procedure are we talking about here? The procedure is very clear. It's written down. It's not evolving, it is written down. The number of people who can sit, the number of people who can remove, they are there. Those things are there.
What about, because they also say that, look, in the ensuing melee, the governor had to come in to save the situation, to prevent people from going out of hand. And so he got to the assembly and helped out.
Well, first of all, I didn't see him. I saw vehicles, everybody has Land Cruisers and Lexus Jeeps. So, but I didn't see Governor Chibika Amechi there physically. But if he did that, that would not have been very commendable because he was putting himself at risk. And you see, whatever you say, that's the governor of the state. If anything happened to Chibika Amechi today, particularly in such a situation, what we are seeing now will be child's play naturally because he has supporters. Whether he's fighting against the president or fighting against his wife, he has supporters. So if anything happened to him in those circumstances, Rivers State would actually now be boiling. So it was not advisable that he went to do that, whatever they said he went to do. And in any case, what would a Chibika Amechi achieve by physically going to that place if actually it was, the situation was some pro-Chibika Amechi and some who are against him fighting in that place? Maybe what he ought to have done would have been to phone these people and say, look, come out from that place. Rather than come there physically, unless there were other things he planned to do. I heard your guest yesterday, Choma, Golden Choma, say that he had business there to transact the amendment that they brought, which of course we found out was actually brought by the deputy governor. And that again tells you that this is not, what we're seeing is not exactly what is going on. Because somebody saying governor came there because he had business. Meanwhile, that was what he came for, if he actually was there. But like I said, I didn't see him on television. So if he was there, maybe they didn't capture that. So, but whether he was there or not, he oughtn't to have been there. That's what I'm saying. Because he could have got out of hand. If anybody shot him, stabbed him, or hit him on the head, because you could see how they were using their, whatever they had. We wouldn't be discussing like this now in Rivers State.
There's a report that some of those 5 came in there with people who were not members of the House of Assembly. They came in there with aides or assistants who were not supposed to be there. And they were not arrested. What does that say of the lawmakers themselves?
I just told you that most of these so-called honorable people are dishonorable people. Now, if a lawmaker is going to his place of work, the legislative house, and he decides to take thugs along, doesn't that show that he's an irresponsible person? It shows that the person is irresponsible. So if those 5 went into the chambers, what they refer to hallowed, I'm sure that most of them, English is a problem for them. So I'm not sure most of them will even understand the meaning of the word hallowed. So if 5 people actually took thugs into the hallowed chambers, that shows they are completely irresponsible. And they don't even have any respect for the so-called hallowed chambers. So it tells you, like I've been saying, that a lot of them are dishonorable if it actually happened. But we need to confirm, first of all, that there were thugs that were taken by those 5 people. That they were not, that the people there were not either the regular security men, that they didn't bring reinforcement while coming. Because if you brought reinforcement while coming, that means you were anticipating a problem. You were anticipating trouble. And given the fact that you have been on vacation for so long, why would there be any problem? You're not going to be the person that will precipitate it. So if they were there with more than the usual number of security aides, then they actually anticipated that they will create a problem.
Does the House of Reps have that power to direct the CP, the IGP, to remove the CP?
The House of Reps has a right to continue churning out resolutions. It's just like asking, does Chamberlain have a right to say, look, the CP of Lagos should be removed? You said it in your bedroom or in your kitchen.
But I'm not a lawmaker.
No, you said it in your bedroom or in your kitchen. I'm trying to let you know the effect of it. It is a different thing when the IG has the power to say, you Commissioner Mr. Ambo, over to Imo State or post him back to Abuja, General Administration Office or whatever. The House of Reps does not have the power to remove any commissioner of police or transfer him.
Or direct the Inspector
You
General.
cannot direct him. It's a resolution. At the very best, he has moral suasion. At the very best, he has moral suasion. He has no legal backing. You cannot direct the IG to remove the...
So why would they then do all of this if at the end of the day you can't direct the IG?
Language is English language is a very technical language. I continue saying this. So sometimes people say things not even understanding the real meaning of what they've said, the import of what they've said. That is one. 2, you even have to understand it to be able to use it effectively and properly. So when you ask yourself, knowing what is going on in Nigeria, knowing that some of those people are recent products of Nigerian education, are you surprised that some of them don't even understand the constitution that's supposed to be applied?
If I may come in here, do the 5 not have a reason? Don't you think they have something to say and they need to be heard?
If you have something to say, you are a member of the House of Assembly. Why don't you just, during the session, even if they are against what was about to happen, that is an amendment to the appropriation law. When they say, we saw them, let the heirs or whatever. First of all, you are giving opportunity to present your view. That's the first thing, before they even go to the voting stage. So during that time, you stand up and you tell the speaker that I am against this for A, B, C, D, E, F reasons. You might still lose. Because if you're only 5, you're going to lose out of 32. But at least, like you said, the world would have heard your voice. So when something goes on, you say, but Mr. A said it too. You now become a hero.
Is it possible that this is like a reaction to maybe persistent shutting down every time they want to
frustrations?
Vote?
Yeah, I heard that too, that they don't let them talk and all that. Now, if I wrote a piece and sent it to Vanguard, you publish it. I could also seek audience here. In fact, this is more public than River State House of Assembly. So if I wrote to you or called you or made physical presentation, look, see what is happening in my state, that need to be heard. You might not hear me today, but you will know, at least I know about channels, that eventually you're going to let me be heard. Wouldn't that have been better? Assuming that they were actually, not assuming, well, because their action eventually led to what we saw anyway. So that would have been better, in my own opinion, than what they have now cast.
How do you see this being resolved?
Nigerian politicians, they will resolve it. I can assure you.
Really?
Yeah, they will resolve it. Once they see that their interest, you see, there are two peoples in Nigeria. those politicians and the rest of us. So once they see that their interests are about to be affected, that's as a body, oh, they will see that and say, what are you doing? Look, come on. They resolve it.
Oh dear.
That is how they do it. They've been doing it. They have been doing it. That is why, forget about Egypt and Syria, it won't happen here. It will not happen here. I don't even pray for it to happen here. You see, Egypt is still in a state of flux. They don't know where they're going. But it will